Hi everybody. I just taped a video for you, but instead of putting it on record, I just snapped a picture instead. So I'll do it again. Here we go. I've pulled my own stringer. The first sample I did for you was a white base bead, but I don't have any white left on the table, so I'm just going to do green. So those of you who might have a hard time finding that little place in the flame to work your stringer so you can make the stringer go where you want it to, this is for you. So you can use a purchase stringer if you like. It's a little fatter. This one is a little thinner than I wanted, but that's okay. It'll just make it a little harder to work with. But I think if you can practice finding that place in the flame to make your stringer do what you want it to, if you practice finding that place, then you can find it easier when you're doing a specific design with stringer work that you want. So this particular bead, I'm going to do just a spiral wrap around the green. The colors are specific. I think using a yellow stringer is better for practicing because the yellow stringer, when it gets a little bit warm, it turns black. When it gets super warm, it turns red. And likewise, when it starts getting cooler, it goes back to yellow. So you can see where it is in the flame by the color that it's turning. And maybe this will also help you find where that little spot is to make your stringer work for you. So because I'm right-handed, I'm going to start the stringer on the left-hand side. It's let me break this little tip off. There we go. So I have a clean edge. So it's harder, if you're a right-handed person, it's harder to work on the left side of your bead. And likewise, if you're right-handed, it's harder to work on the right side of the bead. So I tend to do whatever's hardest first. And then when I end up, I'm at the easiest side to work on. And sometimes it's easier to match what you've done previously. So I'm starting on the left-hand side. And you want to just heat the tip of this stringer and lay it down as far over to the left side without touching the mandrel as you can. And then you're just going to drop the glass, the stringer that is. So I'm just placing it as closely as I can, and I'm dropping it. Then I'm going to go out in the flame and find that little place where the stringer gets heated, and you'll see it because the stringer in yellow turns dark first and then it turns red. So by twisting and balancing this bead, I can find out where that little spot is just under the flame, maybe beside the flame, to make this yellow get warm enough to wrap around the bead. Now, if it gets too hot and falls off, don't worry about it. Pick it up and stick it back on, because you're not concerning yourself with what the bead looks like. I did that on purpose so you'd see. You want to pay attention to the stringer in the flame. So I lost control a little bit, and I'll show you how to fix that. But it doesn't matter. If it falls off completely, just pick it up and turn it, stick it back on, because you're trying to focus on the stringer and where it is in the flame and not what your bead looks like. And hopefully, if you do this a while, or several times, and you find that place, you'll get to the point where you can change your strategy and actually hold the stringer and place it on the surface of your bead, because you found that spot to work in the flame. It may not work for everybody, but give it a try if you're having a hard time. Now I'm just going to secure this stringer Make sure it doesn't pop off. I'm gonna find that place, that oopsie. There it is. And before it gets too stuck, I can just ease it back a little bit. I'm just gonna secure this. So maybe the kids with beads of courage would like this one. Anyway, I hope that helps you find that little spot in the flame. I think once you get a handle on finding where to work, then you can adjust the way you're working. But maybe this will help you. I hope so. Thanks for looking. Bye.